Hey there, Pisces. Welcome to your reading for December 29th until January 4th. I'm going to start us off by shuffling some Shaman Oracle. I'm just pulling 3 Oracle cards for you, just kind of for your main themes of the week, if you will. One more shuffle. Beautiful. All right. Oh, nice. Shaman of Stars. Gorgeous. Moving into the Herbiary deck. And if you are curious about the full year ahead, I do have those readings out for 2025 if you're curious. And I've also got readings out for the full month of January if you're kind of looking for an overview. And don't forget to share, like, subscribe, comment, all that fun stuff. It really does help the channel out. As you can see, I'm definitely a newer content creator, so every little bit helps. Alrighty. And one more from the Quantum Oracle for you, Pisces. Okay. Can't believe it's already 2025. Wild. I don't know where the time goes. Okay. Okay, interesting. Now, I'm just going to pull 3 Manga Tarot for you. These are just going to kind of be the week in depth. And I'm going to be clarifying them with my Shadowscapes Tarot just to pick out any main instances or anything you need to worry about or focus on for the week ahead. Okay. Beautiful. For Pisces. Okay. All right, we are ready to rock and roll, my dear Pisces. So I'm going to be, as I had mentioned, I'm going to be clarifying the Manga Tarot here. I'm going to be using my Shadowscapes Tarot, so if you hear me shuffling and moving around and stuff, that's just what I'm up to at this time. But going over what we've got so far here, your highlight for the week is the Shaman of Stars. There you are, you're shining very brightly, and it's almost like it almost looks like a Christmas tree kind of growing out of your head there. So I kind of get the vibe of like forward growth, forward movement, but shining your path as you go. You might also be because these people here around you, these could be your guides kind of comforting you, kind of guiding you on your path as well. But for a lot of you, I get the vibe of you're shining brightly and you're kind of encouraging those around you at this time. Now for our Herbiary deck, we are getting the Pocket of Protection. I love this. We've got these armored gauntlets here protecting this yarrow. Yarrow is a plant of intuition. It does encourage us to look into our dreams as well. So that's a fun one if you want to work with yarrow this week. But I do see these this kind of fortress around you. Like not only are you armored, but yes, wherever you're at this time, you are protected. Just know that. Know in your endeavors here that you are guided, you are protected. Potentially from your little spirit guides here, angels, ancestors, things like that. And your highlight for the Quantum Oracle is people, family, connections. This can be chosen family too, right? Family doesn't always have to be related. Sometimes our deepest connections are found in people we are not related to. That's the facts, right, Pisces? All right, so it looks like you're starting off the week strong, coming in hot with the Queen of Wands. This feels really bright. It feels fiery. Your little kitty there, potentially kind of referencing your guides, your ancestors, angels, kind of keeping an eye out on you. I feel a lot of joy with these sunflowers here. And I feel like you're kind of in your power, you're in your element here, especially with the Shaman of Stars showing up. Like, and it's interesting because the Queen of Wands also talks about like you are protected at this time. And that goes excellently with the pocket of protection here. Now, the Queen of Wands, it also kind of talks about knowing your worth and not really caring what other people think, knowing you have joy to bring to the table despite what anyone says, what anyone thinks. So this might be really key, especially if you're dealing with difficult family, we'll say, in some instances, difficult people at work. I know it is a stressful time of year still. I mean, residual energy and all that. I know that there is a lot of change in the collective. I don't even know what that is. I know there's a lot of change and a lot of healing and a lot of shadow work taking place here in the collective these days. But anyway, we're going to press on. You move from the Queen of Wands into this, there's this devil energy showing up here. This could be a Capricorn. So if some of you are, working with a Capricorn, things like that, that could be them showing up in your energy here. But we will clarify, as I said, but the devil can talk about illusions. It can even talk about dishonesty, even obsessions, whether material pursuits, meat suits, other people's meat suits, things like that. Sorry, I like to refer to bodies as meat suits. That's how I do. I'm going to stop saying it now, though, because it's not sounding like a word anymore. So we move in from the devil into the Eight of Pentacles. This talks about a project that you're working on. It's near completion. It's good, solid, hard work. You've got all of your work lined up. You're just kind of working on the home stretch here. So this looks really good to see. We're going to go ahead and dive into our Shadowscapes Tarot just to clarify, see what other messages are available for you for this week, Pisces. And we'll go from there. Do one more shuffle for you. Okay. Spirit, what is the Queen of Wands for Pisces? Showing up as the Four of Pentacles to clarify. So I see you very balanced, very harmonious here. I also see that things, whatever project you're working on, business, things like that, it is looking really good. It's looking stable, and it looks like you're hard at work. You're doing well. And I especially like to see the Four of Pentacles showing up because we move in by the end of the week to the Eight of Pentacles. So it does show forward progression here in your projects. However, I do feel called to mention the Four of Pentacles talks a little bit about manifestation. When we want to manifest the things that we desire, basically we move the thought, we take this dream out of the ether and we put it into our minds. When we put it into our minds, it allows us to come up with a plan. We bring it from our minds into our hearts. We start to feel the plan. How do we feel about it? And we put our intention into it, right? And then once we do that, we bring in the footwork and we charge forward. But the thing about manifestation is we need to be in the energy of the things we want to attract. So if we want to attract more wealth into our life, kind of what the Four of Pentacles indicates, what we need to do is we need to open the channels of abundance to ourselves. And by doing that, we can open up the channels to others of the things we already have, giving freely. If you see someone that needs a couple bucks, go for it, do it, right? If you're able to help people out, this is a good time. Opening the channels of abundance can even be sharing your time, your energy, putting out offerings, things like that, right? And this is confirmed by the Five of Wands. This is kind of an encouragement to stand your ground here, because the Five of Wands is kind of this strife. It's a little bit of chaos here, potentially within the mindset. I'm going to take one more, Spirit. Okay. So it's like, all right, what I'm getting here. Because we've got our Queen of Wands, you're empowered, you're in your power chair, basically. You know you have a lot to bring to the table. You're not caring what other people think. Oop. Moving you into this notion of manifestation. Things are looking balanced in our finances and things like that. This idea of manifestation, bringing what we have into more of an abundant space. Bringing you to kind of the Five of Wands where it's a little chaotic and it feels like you're kind of trying to gather your energy. Like I feel like your energy is kind of scattered is what I'm getting from this. So I feel like you need to rein it in. And I feel like you are doing that because you move into the Chariot here. And the Chariot talks about your path ahead being clear. You're very focused now at this time. You don't have so much scattered energy kicking around. You've reined in these leaping foxes here. And yeah, you're able to charge forward. It looks like your path is clear. You've harnessed the energies, the foxes, right? You've reined them in. And it brings you to a more empowered space where you're able to pursue your goals and you're able to shine brightly, continuing to shine that light, knowing that you are protected in your path, right? Now this moves us into the Devil. Let's check that out. Spirit, what is the Devil for Pisces? We'll take one more. All right, so the Devil, talking about illusions, it can talk about dishonesty. This can even kind of talk about being overly concerned with material matters. So I feel like I just feel called to say right now for some of you guys, if this is what the Devil is for you in the middle of the week showing up, this concern with material matters, please remember that you are protected here. You do have your guides with you. They're walking with you. You are safe. Your angels, your ancestors, whomever you connect with, like you are safe. You are in a fortress right now. Now, this Devil card here is confirmed by the Knight of Wands. So I feel like for some of you, we might be charging forward on a path that might not be for us. I implore you to check in with your guides, your spirits, ancestors, things like that. Make sure you're in touch with yourself and your highest good before you charge forward. Now, I get in some cases, this Devil could be another individual that's kind of tripping us up. This could be a person that is causing us to scatter our energies, kind of like with this Five of Wands here. So just make sure we're putting our energy where it belongs, practicing discernment here, charging ahead, but with sure steps, right? Because the Knight of Wands is confirmed by the Nine of Wands. And this is talking about inner strength. It's talking about holding your ground. So it's like, yeah, you're very strong here. This may also be kind of an indication to put up boundaries. If this is a person that is causing you to feel scattered in your energies or confused kind of thing is what I'm getting for some of you guys. Definitely put up boundaries. Do what you can to protect yourself from that kind of thing. I do want to say quickly that boundaries are not inflicting our will or telling people what they need to do. Boundaries are saying something to the effect of, hey, if you're going to speak to me like this, then I'm going to leave the room. It's like that kind of thing. That's a boundary, not you cannot speak to me this way. That's not a boundary. It's like they already know they're being disrespectful, right? We already know, we're all adults here, right? But just know that you are protected. You are safe to put up boundaries. These might be the boundaries that you're putting up here with this Devil energy showing up. But I will say that when we shine brightly like the star, Light tends to attract all sorts of things. You know, in the summertime when you turn on your patio light and you get like every single bug within a 500-mile radius right outside your door? That can happen when we shine brightly. This doesn't mean we need to dim our light or shut off the porch light. This just means we might need to put up some boundaries, maybe put up a mosquito net. You know what I mean? Boundaries. This is definitely called for here, Pisces. And I feel like for some of you, this could be family in some instances. I know that family has a magical way of ruffling our feathers sometimes. It's kind of impressive. Not even mad, just impressed, right? Like they know what buttons to push. So definitely put up your boundaries if you feel like that's needed. That's what's called for to protect your light so you can continue to shine it. Shine your light, just make sure you got a mosquito net, right? All right. So we're moving on into the Eight of Pentacles, this hard work, this studious work that you're doing here, this project that's near completion. I'm just going to shuffle my Shadowscapes Tarot one more time. I kind of feel called to do that. And we're going to clarify this. I'm curious what you're working on, Pisces. If you have something in mind that you're working on, please feel free to share it, especially if it's creative projects. Like, no joke, shout yourself out in the comments, shine brightly, share it, right? If you have projects and whatnot, it's like, yeah, share it with people. All right. Spirit, what is the Eight of Pentacles for Pisces? It's the Seven of Cups confirming it. We'll take one more. Okay. So, what I'm seeing here, the Eight of Pentacles, whatever you're working on here, you're near completion. It's very hard work and it's honest work that you're doing here. It's good shit, for lack of better words. Pardon my French, even though that's not French. I don't know why people say that about swearing. Anyway, this hard work that you're doing here brings you to the Seven of Cups. I feel like you're kind of questioning yourself here for a moment. You're like, oh, should I keep going with it? Or should I make this little change here? What do I do? Should I continue? Yeah, it feels a little indecisive, definitely. However, your decision, whatever decision you make here, I think it's very much called for to remember that you are protected, to know that you need to shine brightly, even if you need to bring out your mosquito net, right? And I think whatever decision you make, following your heart, your intuition, knowing that you're guided, you're safe, you're protected, whatever decision you make, it leads you to the sun. It's beautiful. Like, this feels very much like the Shaman of Stars here. I feel like your decision is, I'm going to let myself shine brightly. I'm not going to worry about the mosquitoes. I'm going to just shine brightly. I've got my net. This almost kind of looks like a little net around your head there, protecting you. And the sun, it talks about success. It's prosperity. It's happiness. It's joyful. It's this strong, bright, vibrant, luminescent energy here. And some of you guys might be finding that within family as well. This is going to be for some people, but I definitely feel very much called to point out the baby here. Some of you guys might be getting news that you're pregnant if you've been trying. I don't know who that's for, but I'm getting another addition to the family in some cases, or considering trying for a new addition to the family there. And that can be adoption too. Like, it doesn't have to be like, yeah, family comes in so many forms. And like, I feel like really called to say this might be a new addition to the family. This can also be a new addition to your family of friends as well. A new friend coming in for some of you guys there. But I get with the sun this kind of joyous energy here that you're allowing yourself to shine brightly, and it feels really good and it looks really good on you, Pisces. It's really interesting to see, like, I know your card is the moon, but I feel like the sun looks really good on you here. I feel like this fits, and I honestly feel like this is you showing up as your authentic self, and you're allowing yourself to step out of your comfort zone. You're allowing yourself to shine and not care what other people think. But I think I'm going to leave it here, Pisces. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I think you're going to have a fantastic week. This looks beautiful. Take care now.